Shout out Sniper T on the beat.
Tamara to the break of dawn is on the rise, with life on the forefront of the mind. So line for line, you can ride this brain train and you can change your station without even touching the dial. So relax, stay a little bit, but listen for a while. And whether you're bumping this in the whip or in a business fit, it's a meeting you won't want to miss. A meeting for a meal to feed the soul with words for the mind. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Time to take off, it's time to fly. Cause Tamara till the break of dawn is on the rise.
Hey y'all, hey. And guess what? It's Thanksgiving Day when this drops. Yes, Lord.
Oh, I was like, is it?
It's definitely not. But when this drops, it will be Thanksgiving Day. So
happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. I am Tamra, and I thank you for tuning in. Even if it's after Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, good food, good family time, or stayed away from your family if that's what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's not always fun, but okay, yeah, follow me on social media. The link's in the episode notes.
Okay,
because I don't have, anyways. So do that. Also, oh my gosh, guys, guess what? I finally got my life together. So, I've been advertising that I do standard operating procedure writing services. Well, we have a new service added where resume writing and cover letter writing. So if you need that, go to my website, hit me up. You can do it virtually or in person if you're here in the Omaha, Nebraska area. Coaching, we're getting there. I feel like that'll be the next thing, hopefully, that I roll out. It's just there's so much like that I have to do to make sure I'm kind of just ready to go with something. I don't want it to be like, tweaking it, sure, but like not having an intake form. That's really is that I have to create these forms and then I'm doing all this other stuff. So it's kind of like, yeah. But that hopefully, I was hoping this month. I don't know that that's going to happen, but for sure, I'm hoping by the end of the year at the absolute latest that we'll get that going.
But in the meantime, let Tamara hook up your resume and your cover letters. And cover letters are clearly important, so make sure that you guys don't forget to have those. So.
And it's a package deal, so for every resume comes a cover letter, ATS compliant, so that the applicant tracking software, it can be scanned. I have a little system that I use, when I updated my resume, I found this site where I scanned mine. So I'm going to use that same to scan the ones I do for everybody else just to make sure it's all good for them. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going to pay you to have me do something, then it's going to be right. And resume writing, I'm not new to any of the stuff, any of the services that I'm offering. I'm not new to doing it. So if you go to my website, my About Me, you know what I'm saying? You can see my skills and my experience. But yeah, just check me out. The website is in the episode notes as well. Thank you for tuning in once again. All my new listeners, new episodes drop every Thursday. Hopefully you come back through and stay as a continuing supporter. And for those of y'all that have been supporting me, we 2 years in this thing, y'all. We 2 years. 2 years. Yes. You know what I gotta do? I gotta do a how it started versus how it's going, because y'all know I started in my closet with my iPhone and a little mic that I had plugged into the cell phone. You know what I'm saying? There was no YouTube, there was no StreamYard, there was none of this lovely setup that I have now that I'm super, super grateful for. So I gotta do one of those how it's going or how it started versus how it's going picks soon. But anyways, all my regular supporters, thank you. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Khris, who is like my co-host at this point, like she's definitely here every week for the You recap episodes, which have been, I love those. Those are like my favorite episodes because that's one of my favorite shows. And yeah,
I love it because this is like one of the shows that me and Josh don't watch together. So I love having you to like really like, you bitch, you.
I see what you did.
No, but I like that we have each other like break it down together. Like it's like that post episode combo. So I like that.
Yeah, because Kayliana and I used to definitely not as in depth as we do. We used to kind of do that, but now that we're all scattered right now, and I think she's ahead of me. So all she said was love is doing the most. When we were
as
like
usual.
on episode 1, she was like, where you at? Oh, okay. Well, I ain't gonna tell you nothing, but love is just doing the most.
So far, that's true.
Yeah, so Khris is here. We're not going to be talking about you today, though, y'all. As y'all can see, if you're watching, the background is not the you background. It's the traditional Hammer to the Break of Dawn background, which I've been doing a little updating, though, because that's what I do when I feel like I want it to be a little different. So if you notice, the hosted by Tamara at the bottom is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? A little smaller, taking up a little bit less space so that when I have 3 guests,
your name ain't running across people's.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I would put myself there because I'm like, well, I don't care, but it may not always work that way. So, we upgrade and we start somewhere and we keep it going. But today, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final part of the Black Card Revoked series. This has been such a fun series. It's been cool. For those of y'all that listen and tweet at me or hit me up on IG or whatever to tell me the stuff you listen to or you watch or whatever, just to let me know that I'm not the only one, even though I know I'm not the only one, because that's just not how it works. Like, we are not as in this box as people like to put us, but sometimes we put ourselves there. So if you're new to this series or new to the show, basically I'm going to give you a quick overview, but you should definitely go back and listen to episodes 103 and 104 where I did music and with J-Boog and TV shows and movies with Baylor. Fun episodes. So go back. But I have been thinking a lot about what it means, like what does it mean to define my blackness, or how do you quote unquote act black? What does that even mean? And so that's where this series came about, is basically I kind of just want to shatter the misconception that I feel like others have, but also sometimes we ourselves can get caught up in this box that, oh, you should do this because you're black, or you shouldn't do this because you're black. And if you and your black skin are doing something that doesn't line up with the stereotype, then suddenly you're acting white. What does that even mean? I don't subscribe to any of that. So I created this series to kind of share some of the things that I enjoy that are non-black activities or music or TV shows or whatever. And what better way to bring in Thanksgiving Day when this episode airs than to talk about food? Like, what better way to bring in a holiday that is very divisive when it comes to cultures, which, yes, there are cultural things, but my issue is where you try to say what I have to do just because I'm black, or what I can't do just because I'm black. And so here we are. We're going to talk about our controversial, because I feel like I know, I got some, that are going to be controversial food choices. Neither of us knows what's on the other person's list. That's what's always exciting, to see if there's going to be crossover or not. With the music one, Jay and I didn't have any crossover, so we each had 20 different songs. If you listen to the TV and movies one with Baylor, I knew there was going to be crossover, so I have my honorable mentions, but we have way more than 20 shows that we talked about, because on mine, I would be like, okay, these 3 shows are in this category. So, Yeah, we were all over the place, but it was a good episode. So I'm excited to hear what is on Chris's list. And since you are the guest, you get to go first.
Okay, so I don't for real, like I'm just going. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I asked Tamara before we started, like if I should like number these, because that would have been very difficult for me. So I'm just gonna read them how I wrote them.
And
like,
and that's what
came to me.
Yep, that's what I did too. Like I have a list, so there's 10 things, but this is not in like ranked order because I don't think I really could have did that. So these are just 10 things. You'll go, then I'll go, and we'll just get it going like that.
So I don't like black eyed peas.
Dude, that's totally on my list too. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I love red beans and rice. Like I love like beans in my chili. Like so it's not that I don't like beans. I just don't like black eyed peas. My grandmother has a tradition on New Year's after 12 that like we're supposed to have a fork full of greens for money in your pocket and a fucking spoonful of black eyed peas for like good luck or some shit, and then a spoonful of honey for a sweet year. So like those are the 3 things that we're supposed to do. And I'll do it, but like because I don't want to have a bad year or whatever. But like
how has that worked out for you in 2020?
It hasn't. Like it hasn't. Maybe it's because I need to
stand your ground.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe I could have a better year if I'm not eating it with hate in my heart. I don't really know.
So it knows you're being fake.
Bitch don't even like us.
So you get the year you gonna get, damn it.
Right. So it is what it is. Like, okay, right. and then coronavirus happens. So then,
maybe I should have ate some.
See? But you can't do it with hate in your heart because it's still gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
But yeah, and it's not like, listen, I get 92% of my cooking skills from my grandmother, and I can fucking cook. Like, so it's not that they're not seasoned well. It's not that she don't know how to cook a bean. Like, sis can cook a bean, but like, I don't like them. I don't like them.
That is so funny because that is definitely on my list. So I guess I'll go there too because I don't like them at all. And I do like red beans and rice, and I do like beans in my chili. I'm not going to say every other bean because I don't think I've had every other bean.
Yeah, I don't think I've had every other
But I do not like those at all. I don't eat them on New Year's Day at all. And my grandmother can cook, my mother can cook, I can cook. I've never cooked them because I don't like them. But same, it's not that my grandmama didn't season them or my mom. They can all cook. I've had, unfortunately, other people's cooking that were black.
Not unfortunately.
Because it let me know how blessed I am.
You are to have the things that you have.
Yes.
Big facts.
Because I didn't know people was out here living in the ways of the food that I tasted when I was, But yeah, black eyed peas, absolutely not at all. Disgusting. And then I saw images of them as I was looking stuff up on, and I was like niggas really eat that.
I don't even think that I have a problem with them looking like eyeballs in a fucking bowl. It's just that they're just not good. They're just not good to me.
They're not. So
they're just not good.
Okay, well, I guess you go again because we have to say
there's that.
I didn't think we was gonna have crossover. Okay, this is interesting.
Okay. All right. So, and I gotta clarify this because I don't want people out here thinking that I don't have no love for sweet potatoes. But I don't like candied yams. They don't make sense to me on the plate when everything else is savory.
Okay.
They're just they just don't make sense to me. Like, you got like fucking cinnamon fucking juice all in your greens and shit. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't, and I guess I should preface this by saying I'm a person that doesn't really like for my food to touch.
Yeah, I was gonna say my food doesn't touch, so I don't have that.
So like my greens would go in a whole different bowl just because of the juiciness.
Yes.
I don't like that shit, but like I don't like candy yams. I will eat a slice of sweet potato pie. Like, probably not. Like, okay, it's Thanksgiving right now, so I'm not gonna eat that tonight. But I might eat a slice tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, but I do love a good baked sweet potato, just with like some butter, a little bit of brown sugar, but not to the point where it's tasting candy. Like, just a little bit, just to kind of, I don't really need I don't like it. I just think they just do too much to it, and I just like. Logistically, it just doesn't make sense on Thanksgiving, at any dinner, but specifically Thanksgiving, because everything is so savory, and like I don't need savory and sweet on my dinner plate. Like that's not what I want.
Thanksgiving's probably the only day that I will eat them. I love them. I, though, am one that will have different plates that have different foods that it's okay for y'all to be together.
Right. Y'all can coexist.
You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't, unless it's breakfast food, I really just don't like my food touching, period. Because that's just, or if it's pasta or something like that, it just kind of depends what it is. But wow. Okay. So this was my actual number one on my list. I did the Black Eyed Peas because she said it. But since this episode will air on Thanksgiving, this is how I'm gonna get it on and pop in.
All right, let's do it.
Tamara Dawn. I'm not gonna say my last name, but Tamara Dawn want to put it on record for all the world to see, or see if you're watching. I like pumpkin pie, and I like pumpkin spice lattes. I like pumpkin spice milkshakes when all of that is around, and I do like sweet potato pie. So it's not.
But you prefer one or the other.
And this is where y'all kill me.
If it was a person with a gun to your head and they say, "Here's a slice of pumpkin, here's a slice of sweet potato," where are we going? You gotta pick one.
Niggas is getting violent out here. And
not violent, just forceful.
Since you're making me, because we live in a world where I don't have to choose. But it's really, I don't, because here's the thing. They are two different tastes and two different textures. So I don't even understand why people compare them, other than black people eat pumpkin. White people eat pumpkin. Black people eat sweet potato. They're not the same.
Okay. So that's what you're gonna say to the guy with the gun to your head.
I probably would, because I would be like, "Why are you making me choose?" However, what I will say is that sweet potato, yes, I would choose that over pumpkin pie. I've never made, I don't make pumpkin pie. I've just had it somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't that bad, actually." But the pumpkin spice lattes and all that, whenever it's that season, not as much, just because I don't get all off into sugary. I drink black coffee now, so it's kind of I don't get all off into that as much. But at least, once a year now, for sure, whenever the season, I'm definitely on that. But I just wanted to put that on record, because black people eat pumpkin pie too. I do
like pumpkin bread.
Yep, I like that too.
My grandmother makes an amazing pumpkin bread, but other than that, I think that's where my pumpkin I don't really. Have I had a pumpkin spice latte or something? I don't even think I just think that it's my inner self is just
or a pumpkin, not mocha. I think it's just spice latte, because I'm not a fan of this.
Dutch Bros has a pumpkin something. Maybe I have to try it to open up my.
And I wonder if they have a pumpkin spice like Bailey's.
They do, I think.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
I honestly feel like they actually do.
Because I'll buy pumpkin spice creamer sometimes when I'm on. I gotta get back in my Tim special. I haven't been on that in a while, but.
Yes, Bailey's. Yes, yes, they do. It's a black bottle with autumn leaves on it. I'm Yeah, I knew I seen it before.
Praise
him. They have two. Hold on a second. Oh, it's just a limited edition bottle, so it may be in a gold bottle too.
Okay.
It's too bright. I can't see it. But anyway.
Yes.
So I do have it.
But yeah, I just wanted y'all to know that. So, yes.
And FYI, Bailey's put my fucking hot chocolate bomb like on the fucking map. Like, it was so good. So good.
All right, next up, I do. I haven't had them in a while because I just haven't really been drinking at all. So I think I'm waiting until I'm in my own space.
I hear you. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Pork chops. I don't like them. If I have to eat them, like if someone's requesting I cook them, because I can cook anything. Like, so like if someone's requesting I cook them, I'm probably just out of like my own shit. I'm gonna go get like the thinnest cuts, like the thinnest pork chops. I don't like pork chops. I love bacon, so like that's why, because I know pork is gonna come up a couple times in this list in different forms. But I just want to put it on record. I love bacon. Like, bacon is life. It is always the preferred breakfast meat. But I don't like pork chops. And I don't really matter what you do to them. Like, I've pan-seared them. Like, I've, like, southern, like, fried them with the fucking flour and shit. I've baked them. There's not really much that a pork chop can do for me. And I know that that's something that people always frown up. Like, I'm at the store. People, like, frown up. You know, like,
well, not I, ma'am, because pork chops is also on my list. Yes, and it's so funny because, you know, when you're growing up as a child, you eat.
You just gotta eat.
Things.
You gotta eat what niggas make for you.
Literally, just like a couple weeks ago, my mom was having someone over for dinner, and she was like, seeing if I was going to be here, which I wasn't going to be here anyway. But when she had said she was making pork chops, I was like, well, I don't eat that. And she was like, since when? And I'm like, since
I don't have to.
But really what it is that my kids didn't like them. And so like when they were little, if there was something that like no one liked, then I just didn't make it because I'm not about to be cooking all this, whatever. And then it just made me like, I don't like them. Not smothered, like fried, baked. I've made them different ways. No. Yeah, and I do like bacon, so it's not that. That's on my list too. That's crazy. Okay, we 2 for 2 in this thing. I didn't expect us to have, but you know, yeah. So yeah, no.
I don't know. They don't do anything for me.
All right. Well, I guess you can go again since we're sharing the list.
I'm gonna swap my next 2 because you mentioned smothered. Okay, so here is some background. Most of my family is from up north. Okay, so Illinois, Indiana, like northern, in retrospect to where I am now, right?
Of course, yeah.
And we don't fuck with gravy.
I don't like it either.
A few personal stories. Josh is from California. And he was super shocked the first Thanksgiving we spent together. He's like, well, where's the gravy? And I'm like, what? Gravy? Like, and then like I realized that we had like this like cultural difference where like that's not my family just don't be having gravy. And then I asked my grandmother, and my grandmother told me a story about how one of the cousins, like a long time ago, came up for Thanksgiving, and they were from Texas. And like he made a whole like big hoopla about like how is it Thanksgiving and niggas don't have gravy. Like it's just not a thing that like my family like subscribes to. I don't really see. I mean, now listen, my grandmother again, because you mentioned smothered, she has smothered pork chops. Like, but that's probably as far as like gravy goes, unless she's like using it for something specific. Like, but we don't really have that shit. Like, I that's not a thing. Like, and it's not that like, yeah, because like I'm trying to think, any gravy I've ever had was from scratch, but it was like for something, or it was a smothered pork chop, and it was good. It's just like it's, to me, is it a condiment? It's an unnecessary condiment, or
yeah, I think it is a condiment, in my opinion.
I don't understand. It just seems like real fat. Like I don't understand. Like,
you know what? Okay, so since you went there, I'm gonna mix mine around because I told y'all this isn't like in order. So I also don't like gravy either. Like, but my mom does make mashed potatoes and gravy for Thanksgiving. Yeah. I just don't like it. But to add to that, I actually prefer mashed sweet potatoes over regular mashed potatoes. So like when I cook the whole Thanksgiving meal, I will just make the mashed sweet potatoes. And the way that I make them, though, because I like yams, I do. And, I love sweet potato fries because I talk about that like all the time. I love
sweet potato fries.
But when I make my mashed sweet potatoes, or even when I do my steamed ones, I just put butter and salt. So I don't make it sweet at all because it's
I like that.
The sweet, I mean, it's sweet in and of itself because it's not like a regular potato. And so I prefer mashed sweet potatoes over regular mashed potatoes. And I definitely do not like gravy at all if I am forced to eat regular mashed potatoes, which it's only if I go to somebody else's house. And I might skip that because even when I go to a restaurant, and if there's fries, I'm always going to swap it out for sweet potato fries if I can, just because I like them better. So, yeah.
I have something to say. We don't have mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Like that's another thing. Like mashed potatoes is not a Thanksgiving side dish to us.
Okay.
That's like a Tuesday night, like like next to some corn and broccoli.
I mean, I know y'all have gotta have baked mac and cheese, right?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say no because you looked
off we do. Oh, because that's the next thing on my
list. Oh, go, Chris! You about to hurt my heart with this one. I'm already knowing. Man, the yams
it's kinda not that I don't like it.
To the heart. Oh, man. Okay. Make mac and cheese. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
It's not that I don't love it. And you can ask anybody. I make great baked mac and cheese. It's just like, I don't want it. I don't want it. Like when I make my plate, I'll get a little because like I know that it's good. Like because my sister, we make the same recipe that my grandma. Like we make the same recipe, so I can make some mac and cheese, and she can make some mac and cheese in 2 different locations. We can bring them together, and you won't fucking know the difference. It's good, but I'll get a little bit, like just so like I don't know, like I don't even know why I get it, like because I never finished it. I don't know why. I think it might be too much cheese. Like it
which one of my kids? I feel like Kayliana will only want it like, or Janae. One of them will only want it like the first day, and then after that they're over it for that reason.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. And like even like so
it went from I'll take it to I don't like it. Like
no, and it's not it's not that I don't like it.
Hurts so much.
But it's not that I don't love it. That's what I want to say, I think. Because it's not that I don't like it, because it's not that it's not good. It's just like it's like I don't really want it really. I wish I could explain why, like, and it's like I've had other people's mac and cheese, and like it's not that it don't be okay. It's just like I don't really want it. Like even like when my kids like in the middle of the week want shows, and I really can't eat that shit. Like I can't even. I don't even really like shows and cheese.
I can't think of the last time I made that.
I can't either, but like every now and then, Kailani will be like, I want some shells and cheese. Like, okay, like, I guess. So I'll go get that one box and like they will devour it and I will have everything else I made on my plate except that. So it might be the cheese and I like cheese, but I think it might be the
I
cheese.
love cheese.
I figured that one was gonna be the one that it was gonna be controversy.
I mean, yams. Man, this is okay. Well, it's Thanksgiving.
These are all things that I've had before, and I think that they're okay. But it's like, I'm okay. I don't.
I mean, no, I feel it. I mean, this is what we're here for. So I just, okay. So since we're here,
okay.
I again, Tamara Dawn, would like to put it on record, and this isn't because of my snatched 40s journey either. So this is well before that.
Okay.
I prefer baked chicken over fried chicken. I really am not a fan of fried chicken. And furthermore, if I eat it, which is like rare, like if it's at somebody's house, I might not even eat it because I really don't like it. But when I used to cook it, I don't even like cooking it in the house because I hate the way the house smells when you fry chicken in the house. But I prefer baked chicken or sauteed chicken or any other kind of chicken besides fried chicken. No.
I make some really good baked chicken. I think we'll have to make some baked chicken on our retreat.
Yes.
Like some good baked thighs.
Yes. Oh, I love legs and thighs. Wings too. Breasts, it depends because I like thinner breasts. If anything, I don't because it's just too much white meat. Pause. Which I've never had.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
I've never had that, but Right.
Oh, sorry. I just had to fix my camera.
I was like, okay. So I prefer baked chicken over fried chicken.
I mean, I guess so. I prefer a fried chicken with like no flour.
Air fried, yes. In my air fryer, I like chicken.
I mean, but really, air fried chicken just still come out how my baked chicken comes out.
Because I like it. I have this one pan where it's like a pan, but then there's like not a grill on top, but something to where there's like air going through.
The air fried sheet.
Kinda, yeah. So it'll be more like crisp on the skin, but not the flour and all that extra crap. Yeah, I'm cool on that. Yep.
Okay, cool. I like learning things about my friends.
Yeah, this has been very enlightening.
Oh shit! I feel like are we going like way too fast?
No, no.
Okay, cool. No. All right, so
because we still have like
we're halfway
left.
We're halfway through.
So
all right. So you ready?
Yep, go ahead. I'm
okay.
Scared,
this one is kind of. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. This one I feel like okay. This one is like a slash. But I'm not like, and again, this could be because like I'm from up north. I don't like pig feet, ears. I don't like pickled shit. Like, don't pickle nothing for me. Like, I know a lot of like people that I know that are like from down south. Y'all like pickled okra, pickled eggs, don't give me nothing pickled but a pickle. Only thing I want pickled is a cucumber. Like, other than that, I don't want it. I used to eat, do you guys call it hoghead cheese?
I think so.
Right? So my grandmother used to make it. And I used to eat it when I was younger because I didn't know what was in it.
Don't be knowing no better.
Yeah, like really don't. Like she used to cut it like super thin, so I didn't get a lot of like the texture and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like she used to like really fucking cook that shit, like and like really blend that shit, so you couldn't really like taste that she was like eating like, you know what I'm saying, like fucking pig body parts and shit. But then like when I found out, I felt very betrayed. And I really haven't. I did. I'm not gonna lie. So I just don't eat that shit. Like that shit just looks, I don't know, like pig feet and shit, like in a bowl and shit look like just like some sweaty ass like sauna feet, and I don't understand why. I guess it's meat under there. I don't really know what's happening with it, but I don't know why you're eating it. I don't want it. Like we don't have to eat that stuff. Is what I'm trying to explain to people. Like we're past that. We have like grocery stores with like other parts of the pig. Like you don't have to eat that no more. So that's it.
I have never had any of that, except I have had chitlins like twice, I think, in life, and with hot sauce, I've eaten it.
Hella hot sauce.
Right, but it's not because I think my grandma may make. My mom has never made it, so it was like I was at someone else's like house and their people made it. But I've never been into, and it could be because like my family, my mom and all them, they're from the East Coast, so New York, New Jersey, all of that. Maybe that's why, but that's just not really been a thing. The pig's feet and the hog maws and the pickled
that's also what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Is that also the same thing?
I don't know because I've never had pickled anything. Just don't sit right in my spirit.
I just don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't need pickled eggs. Like, that makes it seem like it's
how
spoiled.
Long has that egg been in there?
Right, like I'm cool on all that.
Oh, I guess pickling preserves, I guess. But like for what though? Like doesn't it all just taste like a pickle? Like
does everything need to be that way? Like I
don't think so.
Yeah, so but I didn't put any of that on my list because I've never eaten it. So I put on my list stuff that like I've actually had or yeah, but
I thought we were just picking stuff that like black people be eating, and I don't want no parts of
that too. You know what I mean? You know, it's whatever. You know, because it's gonna bring some controversy anyway. Because you know, so my next one. Speaking of hot sauce,
bitch, what?
If the only time that I willingly use hot sauce is when I make my spaghetti. I'll put some in there as part of my process. Yeah. But other than that, it's only in the kid house because the kids use it. Like I don't.
Hot sauce is life.
No, it's not.
I like hot sauce on plain chips.
No.
I like hot sauce on French fries.
Nope.
Like I
am not one of those black people.
Damn, Tamara, this is weird because I feel really differently about us now.
Well, that's how I felt when you said you didn't like yams and mac and cheese. My heart was over here like...
I feel that now.
I feel it. Like, I thought we were here and like, we're way over here.
Yeah. Okay, now I understand that feeling.
She uses hot sauce on everything. Like, she's really the reason.
What's her favorite? Louisiana?
I think so. Yeah, I'm trying to think about. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what she'll buy. That's what I buy. But I was trying to think if like she bought anything different. No, she likes Louisiana. So, but
I got Frank's in the house. I got green Tabasco. When I tell you that is the best shit on some fucking fried fish. Like, my God.
I don't eat fried fish.
Oh, okay.
And that's not even on my list, but I don't eat fried fish.
Yikes. Fish, like, how else is like...
I like salmon.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really a heavy fish person, all like that. And it's mainly because there's a backstory. When I was a kid, my mom, I think I was like 10. Yep, because that was when we lived in the one house. This is how traumatic this memory was that I remember where we lived and how old I was when this happened. My mom made fried fish it was good because my mom cooked, so it's not that it was nasty, but it's that a bone got caught in my throat.
Oh.
And then I threw up, and it was to the point of I busted a blood vessel in my eye.
God damn.
Yeah, so like there's a lot of trauma associated.
A lot of fucking trauma.
So it's not even and that may be why I don't like the smell of fried chicken even in the house, because it reminds me of fried fish, which then reminds me of that. So I probably don't like fried chicken, not because of it's the trauma that's associated with it, because yeah, so that's why I don't like fried fish.
Because ordering fried fish if we need to. Got it. So we won't cook it in the house.
I don't think I'm gonna eat it though.
No, I'm saying just so you don't smell it, and I'm gonna eat it with all my hot sauce.
Gotcha. Yeah. Got it. No hot sauce for me.
Okay. I mean, really, I guess I really didn't understand the feeling that you felt earlier.
But now we're here with that.
It's like I almost want to call a secret house meeting and you not be invited, just so I could be like, hey, look.
This is real world. Real world podcast happy hour edition.
I'm about to start a whole new group chat without you in it.
Wow, that's cool. Jay don't eat mac and cheese either, so I might have to just don't know.
We're gonna have some of these subsets thinking.
You're gonna have to.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay. So sticking on the side of like animal parts. So you've heard of Harold's chicken before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so love Harold's. But I just think about theirs in particular because like that was really my only experience with them. My grandmother cooked them maybe like once or twice, but like, and is it giblets or giblets? Which one is it? Is it GIF or GIF? Is it giblets?
I think it's giblets.
I think it's giblets, right? So Harold's will fry giblets just like fucking chicken, and like you can put mild sauce on it and everything. And then like my cousin one time had like told me that it wasn't what it was, and so I grabbed a piece and I hella like stuffed it in my mouth because it was like it's got mild sauce on it, like it's delicious. It was not. I don't like the texture. I don't know.
Is it similar to gizzards?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's chicken gizzards, chicken giblets and shit, whatever the fuck.
I've never had giblets, but I've had gizzards.
I think it's the same. Maybe it's gizzards then. I think so.
No, because I feel like I've seen a package of giblets, like you could buy it to cook at the grocery store. So I feel like they just be cutting up the whole chicken in different parts.
I don't know.
I've seen a chicken claw at the store before.
Oh yes. Okay, and here's a funny thing is that in the Asian stores out here, they're labeled as chicken paws, which bothers me because it's not a paw.
Right.
But it's like in a like the big family packs.
Ew.
It'd be like just mad feet in there, like, and I'm like, what are you doing with all those feet? Like,
this is why Kayliana be saying she's gonna be a vegetarian when she sees stuff like that.
I get it, because like I couldn't get that. It was like a cursed image. It's a cursed image, but yeah. So maybe I mean gizzards. I don't know. Either way, I don't like the fucking unidentifiable fried chicken parts that aren't fucking pieces that we always see. It doesn't really matter what you do to them. You can fry them. And I honestly thought that putting mild sauce on anything would make everything like. I honestly feel like if the world could put mild sauce on their problems, like I feel like it would resolve so much stuff. But not in the case of like gizzards and shit. Like there was nothing that mild sauce could have done for them. And people order them, like it just doesn't make sense why you would go into Harold's and like not order the regular chicken. Like, so yeah, that's it.
So here's a plot twist: is I do like fried gizzards.
Okay,
I haven't had them in forever because the last time that I got them, I don't know. Popeyes was not.
Popeyes sells them?
Yeah, not always. The one here does not always. Like Or maybe it does always. Yeah, Popeyes. I don't know if they sell it all the time, or I don't, because I don't go to Popeye because I don't get fried chicken. So, but I've gone there. I've gotten their gizzards, and I felt like it was too greasy and too chewy. Like it. So I used to work at. It's Baker's here, but it's like Kroger. Usually, a lot of other places. I used to work there in their deli, and so I'd be the one frying the chicken and baking the chicken and doing whatever with the chicken. And I loved their gizzards. But there was just something about the Popeyes one, and that's the last time I ate it, because it was just like, so this can't even be consistent. Like
something tells me that Popeyes don't know what they're doing with gizzards. Like the fact that I didn't even know if they had them, they don't even probably know if they have them.
I know. That's why I'm like, I wonder if it's because you know how some stuff is like they only do it for certain times of the year, like the nacho fries or whatever at Taco Bell that people be. Trip. I've never had them, but
they're pretty fucking good.
That's what my kids have told me. But I used to work at Taco Bell, and so my senior year in high school, so like I don't eat it often ever since working there. Not because I saw anything traumatic or anything like that.
It was too much of it. You like
you just around it, and I'm just like ugh. So I'll eat it every once in a blue moon. And the moon ain't been blue. Like I'm telling you, like Janae went to Taco Bell within the last month and asked me if I wanted anything, and I'm like, no, I don't want free food from there. I'm good. Like so. Well, I feel it. Okay. So let's go here.
Okay.
Banana pudding is supposed to have bananas in it, period.
Yes, absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
I am disgusted with all you anti-banana-ers that be on the timeline trying to say that it's banana pudding. It's not pudding. It's not cookies and pudding.
If it was banana pudding, you could just make it out the box and shut the fuck up. Like the fact that you went and got a box of vanilla wafers, nigga, means that you also need to be chopping up fresh ass bananas. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit. I'm not doing this with this lazy ass. I'm not.
Because I'm just like, my mind was blown when I've seen this art. This shouldn't even be an argument. Like, it's called banana pudding. And it's not called banana pudding like
banana flavored pudding.
Yeah, it's called banana, as in the banana fruit, plus also pudding and vanilla wafers and Cool Whip. And I even, now that I'm like, as I've gotten grown and make it for myself, I be doing the most. Like I be crushing and like trying to make it look pretty. You know
better layer that pudding. You better layer that pudding, bitch.
I'm going to put this on the internet because I am. It is going to look good just as much as it tastes good.
I'm with that.
So yes, that is I'm sick of y'all. Like,
I didn't know people were doing this. I didn't know we were being lazy. Like, because it takes so much effort to cut up a banana.
I didn't know it was a thing until, and like, I've seen the argument like, oh, the banana. See, this is why my top layer is not banana.
Oh, because they're going to say it got brown, right?
Yeah, that's y'all issue. Your top layer, like, you're lazy. You need to add more layers.
You can't just put the bananas all in the air like this. Like,
right. So if you don't know what you're doing, just say that.
Say that.
Just, that's all you got to say. Because, I my mind was blown when I seen that, like, people go hard about this, like, for real. And I'm just like,
yikes.
Who raised you? Like,
yikes.
And I've seen some disgusting imagery of banana pudding on the timeline that, I could see if that's what you're eating. I could see why that's not what you want. And I would invite you to come have some, but that's not about to happen. Like, I'm not about to lie to y'all and tell y'all can come over. But you just need to have the right one, because whatever you've had is just not it. But it's not banana pudding if it doesn't have banana. So if you just want pudding and cookies, also say that too. Like,
it's okay.
But don't call it banana pudding, because it's not. Can you have a cake without eggs and oil and water? Well, you maybe could substitute the butter for oil. Can you have a cake without eggs? No. Can you have ice cream without some sort of milk or heavy whipping cream or heavy cream? Or no, you can't. Can you have coffee without coffee beans?
Right.
No.
Not really.
So you're not having banana pudding without banana, because it's not banana pudding. Please stop.
Yeah.
At me too. At me. Y'all know. If I'm a beef about anything on the timeline,
Tam loves a food beef.
Food is what I'm here for. Please at me. Please. Because we can go there. I don't go there about nothing else on the internet except food. Yeah, so that's your turn.
All right. Because it's Thanksgiving. Okay, so I get the process, right, of making greens. Why are you laughing?
Because it's the pause and the way you look off into the distance.
Because I'm trying to really get my thoughts together. Okay, so it's not like I don't understand the process of greens and how to make a good pot of greens. I understand that in a lot of cases you need turkey pieces or ham hocks or whatever the case may be to really get that broth popping and cook them. I get it, right? I don't like when I get my greens, though, I get a hunk of that in it. I'm a person that would prefer for a nigga to cook with them and then take them out. I don't like meat in my greens. I just want the green. I like vegetables and I just would like my greens. I want the flavor of that turkey neck and that ham hock. But I will be damned if I grab some with my fork, because now I'm gonna be the one in the line, doing this all in the pot, and you don't want me to do that. So
I'm not mad about that.
I will stand there and shake my fork until that piece of meat fall off, because I don't want it.
I'm not mad about that. I understand that.
Because I still want people to misinterpret that or misunderstand that or think that I can't cook or I don't understand the process of cooking, because I definitely do, but I just don't want it when I'm eating.
Right. You don't want the meat in your mouth. Pause.
I don't. Not at that moment. I don't. Yeah. Sure don't.
Right. Disclaimer.
Yeah,
I understand that. Okay. I know how I'm gonna do my last two because they kind of lead into each other. So my next one, sweet tea. No.
Why?
Nope.
Is it that? But pause, because a lot of people do too much with sweet tea. Is it too sweet?
The sweet tea that I have had is too sweet, and so I'm good. And in general, I am when I drink tea, first of all, I prefer hot. If I'm gonna drink tea, it's gonna be hot with some honey and some lemon.
But has a nigga ever made you sweet tea sweetened with honey instead of sugar?
No, and maybe that's why I don't like it, because I
think that just people have a heavy hand
of sugar in there, and if I wanted Kool-Aid, I would say that.
Right.
And I don't even like super, super sweet Kool-Aid either.
I cannot, to this day, Crystal, I don't think you watching this, but I cannot drink my mama's Kool-Aid. It's way too sweet. All the kids love it. I'm glad I'm free of that. I don't have to drink it if I don't want to. And it's too sweet. It's way too sweet.
You know what I'm mad about as I'm looking at the lighting is that I have all my lights on, but because I don't even know why it looks dark, in the middle of the day, and that's just bothering me because I know it didn't look like that when we started.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened, but it's fine.
Still good. It's still good.
It's fine. But guys, it's just dark apparently in the middle of the day.
You want me to turn my light off? So
no, Chris. But I just looked. I'm like, what? Whatever. Yeah, no, I don't know. And I don't know though if it's something, because then the thing with tea too is in general, I don't even drink tea like that because it always makes me have to pee a lot. And niggas is, it's just, I don't know why, but I am not trying to be going to the bathroom all the time. So really like if I'm sick, which is when I would like normally drink tea, usually what I'll do is take some hot water, some apple cider vinegar, some honey, some lemon, and some cinnamon, and go that route instead. And I remember the tragic time when I was mixing that with the sea moss, and we've moved on from that. We're not going. No, right? R.I.P. And it may have had some benefits. I don't even care because I just could not get past the fact.
Bitch, if you still have it, see if can do we niggas make a hair mask out of it?
I did finish it just to get it over with, but
it's crazy that you say you don't like tea. I just started watching Ted Lasso, and he moved to England, and they're all about tea, and like he does not like tea at all, so it's super funny. But as I drink coffee, I actually prefer tea. Like when I'm just like how Autumn and like Audrey will just like make a cup of coffee like in the middle of the day. Like I'm the kind of person where I will totally I will make me some tea. Like I have like all types of fucking flavors. I got loose tea, bag tea. Like I like tea. Like so yeah. I like to have a cup of tea like at the end of my night to wind down. I got sleepy time tea. I got fucking chamomile lavender tea.
You are grown as hell. That is some grown woman stuff.
I do. All of that.
Maybe I need to grow up. But sweet tea is not. Because now I'm to the point. I don't drink a lot of sugary stuff anyway. Like I'll drink coffee in the morning. I'll drink water. I'll drink my little apple cider vinegar stuff. I'll usually try to have that like, if I remember, once a day, just because the health benefits. Sometimes I'll swap in cayenne pepper, so I'll rotate between cinnamon and cayenne pepper because it's good for regulating your blood pressure and stuff like that. I think it's good for weight loss too, but it's also good for allergies, which have been out of control. So, but yeah, I like hot tea though. It's just the only reason I don't is because it makes me have to pee a lot. But sweet tea
is like Kool-Aid. Like everybody can't make it, and most of the time, if people don't like it, it's because it's too sweet. That's all.
And it was definitely too sweet. Where I've had it, and I'm just like, I ain't trying to sip in on no scissor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it should be like molasses thick and shit.
Right, I'm good.
That's my mother. Like, but my grandmother used to make sun tea. And she would have a little bit of sugar in it, but the bulk of the sweetener was like honey. And she'd throw some like lemon slices in there and sit it on the back patio and let it like steep all day.
Now that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'll never know, but it sounds amazing. Because it has not all that damn sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Speaking of all that damn sugar. So I like pickles, right? I love pickles. I'll eat them whole, I'll eat them chipped, I'll eat them speared. I like pickles. I also have this like weird like ghetto thing where I like to eat pickles and like Flamin' Hots. Like don't judge, don't ask. It's just how I roll. What I don't like is
everybody has hood tendencies. They got, there's always something.
You can take the girl out the hood, you feel me? But like, but one of the hood things that I'll never understand is when people be putting like peppermint sticks in their pickles, or they be like these. It's some kids out here that have a whole business and
what from? Cause ew.
Well, people have fucking done that shit. There's some kids out here that have this whole fucking booming ass business for these things called Kool-Aid pickles, and I don't understand. They just be like blue if you want blueberry, and then like cherry, like red if you want cherry. I'm gonna Google this shit and I'm gonna.
I was about to say that's why I started looking. I'm gonna look it up. Wow.
But
that sounds very disturbing. Actually,
I don't understand why people are doing this.
Kool-Aid
pickles? Kool-Aid pickles. Like, and they just be like colored. Look.
Oh, hold on. I'm about to share my screen.
Yes.
So if you're watching, you can see this.
It's pretty fucking crazy. It's also a really big thing on the Facebook marketplace out here.
So these are the images that I found.
Yep.
For recipes.
Yep. I don't want that.
What?
So they basically
but
make
you
Kool-Aid.
You see.
But I see the trickery that you have right here. But I'm telling you, I've heard this from Black people.
Did they learn it on the slave master's plantation?
Where do you think that fucking smart-faced white lady learned it from?
I know she didn't.
Okay,
it says tangy, sweet, and sour. These Kool-Aid pickles are a crazy twist on a usually savory condiment that becomes a wacky and tasty flavor combination. Ew, it's red.
Mm-hmm.
That looks disturbing.
Mm-hmm. Like people fucking eat them and make them, and I think that's really gross. People have also done it, I think, with Jolly Rancher.
Is the Delta area down south?
I think so.
Yeah, because it says I've taken the south and now the north. Wow, Coolicles.
Look, like, so you like mix it in the pickle juice, like the sugar and the fucking. Oh, look, she's making it down at the bottom.
I don't want to see that.
But yes, nigga, and they just mix the sugar and the Kool-Aid in the pickle juice.
Sugar, oh my god!
Yes, the sugar and the Kool-Aid. And
that's why I was
in the pickle juice.
Still looking to see.
Yes, wow. It's not just the package of Kool-Aid; it's the sugar, the Kool-Aid, and they mix it in the pickle juice, and they put the pickles in it.
Wow!
I don't understand it, but I don't like that shit. I haven't even tasted it, but because I refuse to. It doesn't make sense to me. And yeah, and the first time I ever heard of it was on this side of the fucking U.S. I like back home. We all subscribe to Flame of Hots, like, but I also know a couple girls that I grew up with that used to stick like those thick peppermint sticks, like in the middle of the peppermint, and then eat around it. I don't really understand it. I don't know why, but people like that.
That's wild. Okay. Next up, y'all. Again, Tamara Dawn.
Candied pickles is what it's called when you use Jolly Ranchers. I'm sorry.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
I feel like worse than Kool-Aid pickles. Okay, so again, Tamara Dawn, here on the Tamara Till the Break of Dawn podcast, would like to admit that I like casseroles. I like quiche. As long as it's seasoned well and you know what you're doing. I've made casseroles, especially like breakfast casseroles, but I've made casseroles with chicken and beans and cheese and whatever and salsa and whatever, and I've made casseroles with like a pasta-ish type with pasta, meat, cheese. I've made them with pasta, meat, cheese, broccoli.
Have you made baked spaghetti?
No, but I'm gonna need you to give me the recipe because it sounds amazing. You know what I mean? And not only are they good, of course, seasoning. If you don't know what you're doing, it's gonna be nasty anyway. But if it's seasoned correctly, as you should, it's only one pot. So you don't have to do all these other dishes. So not only is it good, it's convenient. You know what I'm saying? It's efficient cooking. At me. I like casseroles. That is another hill that I am willing to die on.
I mean, as long as you're not living your life on them, I think that they're fine.
Yeah.
I will make a quiche. Like I'm not a super big fan. I have made a tater tot casserole, like with kind of breakfasty stuff. I made that once, and the white people at my job loved it. But I'm not super big on breakfast ones unless it's like a frittata or a quiche or like something like that. But I am known to make a casserole, or like a one pan dish. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here to tell y'all.
I hear it. I mean, we're okay. I mean, as long as like, I've made a green bean casserole before, guys, and it wasn't nasty.
I've had one.
I didn't make it again.
Matter of fact,
everybody said it was white. But
somebody made it. I've had it somewhere, and it wasn't nasty.
I mean, all that is like cream of onion or cream of mushroom. Yeah. That's all.
I don't know what it was. It was creamy something, but
it's like it's one of those, and then like the green beans, and then like the crunchy onions. Like it's real basic, but it's pretty good.
No, we don't make it at our house.
Y'all must like I never made it again.
I've never made it. I just went somewhere and they had it, and I was like, oh. Okay, and I ate it.
You see how she's trying to twist this around on me? Like,
no,
I ain't never made it before.
I'm just saying I never made it, but
could be me.
I mean, it wasn't me, but I ate it, and it wasn't terrible.
Is it my turn?
Yep, I think
the last one.
Yeah, these are the last ones. Yeah, let's get it. I'm excited to hear. Hopefully my heart won't be broken again, but yeah.
I mean, I feel like I can't be alone in this. I think it's blasphemous to like order soul food at restaurants. I don't like when people do that. Also, I'm probably a person that's like, unless I like have known you like for a very long time, like I'm probably not, just a lot of stuff I'm probably not going to eat. Like, and it's no offense to you. It's just like, that's just how I am. I'm sorry. But like, I really can't stand when like, I don't even, like honestly, like the all soul food restaurants, like I'm probably not going to go. Like, because like soul food for me, a lot of it is like, I think that's hard to replicate in restaurants. I don't care whose auntie is running the fucking restaurant. I feel like it's really hard to replicate the like love and like all of that goes into making soul food. Like that's why soul food ain't just white people food. Like because like there's stuff and like time and like stuff that goes into it to like really make it good. I just don't think that you could do that on a larger scale. Also, and prove me wrong, guys. I'm probably not gonna eat it, but you could just tell me that you had it, and I'll maybe believe you. But also like a lot of the stuff that we cook has to be like really cleaned, and I don't think that people be putting all the care in like washing their greens like I wash my greens. So I don't. The worst thing that you could do is tasting somebody's greens and you get a little bit of like that grit, like that tastes like sand between your teeth. I hate that. And I just feel like a lot of soul food restaurants are going to give you that because they don't have the time because they're trying to make big old bulks. I just don't think that they're taking the time and the care like you're going to get at your house. So I don't order from soul food restaurants. I don't go to a restaurant and order something soul food-ish. Like unless it's like fried chicken or fucking fried catfish or something, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to... I'm not gonna probably not gonna frequent a soul food restaurant. I might go if somebody like tell me to go, or like if I'm with somebody like or whatever and they want to go, that's cool. But like I'm probably sticking to like your fried fish, your fried chicken, and like a French fry. Like I don't want any of that other stuff. Like I don't really know about anybody that's back there. I need to meet the person that's making my soul food. Like I need to know them. Like so I just don't want it.
I was trying to think if I've ever really ordered anything from a quote unquote soul food restaurant. I may have once, but
people go and like this is one fucking place. They will like go and stand outside, and I think that a lot of niggas is over there because y'all don't know how to cook it. Like
yeah, I'm not doing that.
Really but like I'm not going like when you ordering greens and you ordering like you just ordering like chitlins, like you don't know the like it's such a process to like clean those things and like
yeah.
There's just no way that people that don't love you personally are cleaning them the way they need to be cleaning them. Like,
or sometimes, unfortunately, people may love you, not the cleaning part, but maybe they just don't know how to cook it right. Because I've had some nasty greens and some nasty sweet potato pie, and it was not from anyone cooked by anyone in my family because that was the moment that I learned how blessed that I have been in my lifetime, because I feel like God knew. He'd be knowing, and he knew that I needed to be a part of a family where the women could cook. So if I go to my grandma's house, she could cook. I don't have to worry about if it's going to be nasty. If my auntie hosts Thanksgiving, whatever she cooks. The first time I had fried turkey actually was over there. I really liked it. Never had it before, but I trusted her because she's never led me astray. You know what I mean? And if my mom cooks something, I know, so it was when I had that nastiness that I learned that how blessed I am. But in general, I tend to not do the whole soul food restaurants, mainly because I'm not trying to have the itis in the middle of because like people from my job that I was just at, they would order food from this restaurant, and I got food from them like a couple times. So good. Wasn't soul food, but it was just like really good food. But then I'm sleepy and I got the whole rest of my work shift to worry about. Like I'm just not trying to go through all that. So that's kind of more so my thing, because usually if I'm going out to eat, it's usually not and then go right back home after. There's usually something else involved, and I'm just not trying to be sleepy in the middle of our outing. So that's kind of more so. I don't try to eat like super heavy foods. Usually Thanksgiving and maybe Christmas, depending on what we eat, will be about, and Easter. So like holidays will be about the only times that I'm cool with the heavier itis foods. But again, I'm in the safety of my house, my mama's house, another family member's house.
You said the safety.
I don't know why I said the safety.
like you just
sleepy.
like you just be standing up and all of a sudden you just pass out.
No, I don't have narcolepsy or whatever it's called. Speaking of Thanksgiving, my number 10. This is how I'm gonna end my list. And I just think that this is something that we all need to be broken free of. This is
what the fuck are you about to say, bitch?
So
broken free of.
Most of us grew up where
shackles off my feet, bitch.
Yes, the shackles have been broken. Most of us grew up where it is tradition that on Thanksgiving Day we starve all day. Nobody cooks anything else. We starve all day. And all day could be really all, depending on what time your family eats.
It really could.
All day.
You gotta wait on somebody to come before y'all start.
Starve all day. You're not allowed in the kitchen. You're not allowed to cook anything. You're not allowed to do anything.
You're not allowed. You got like 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be anywhere in the way. And then we eat. So we're intermittent fasting at the beginning of Thanksgiving.
Bitch, it's not a bad look though.
I don't subscribe to that. And I've even done this. This is where the breakfast casseroles come into play.
Okay.
Because what I've started doing, like if I'm hosting and I'm cooking or whatever, is I'll make a breakfast casserole for my kids. Here's some food. Here's some nourishment for your young growing body. Here's some food. Casserole so that it's in and out the way. You know, you're not in my way. Here, take this over there. Yes, please get out the kitchen because I completely understand that. I got all this going on over here. But do you need to starve because I got all this going on over here?
Is it? But see, when you say that, it makes me feel like you're intentionally starving. You're not intentionally starving nobody, but you got shit to do. Like, y'all better.
Okay, so if you unintentionally kill somebody, are they still dead?
All right, bitch. Did they not die of malnutrition?
Right.
Okay, so so I got one picky kid and one kid that'll eat basically anything. So on those days, if I'm the one helping with like the heavy cooking and shit or whatever, I'll make like a pan of like cinnamon rolls or biscuits and I'll throw together some scrambled eggs, make a pile of fucking bacon and sausage, and I'll just sit it on the bar and just be like, just go ahead, like, but stay the fuck, because it's shit everywhere. Stay the fuck. Like, here's your fork, here's your plate, here goes some napkins. Don't hit this corner no more. Like, but I'll do that. Like, so just something like quick, like the cinnamon rolls or the biscuits, I can just kind of pick up with the hands or whatever. But yeah, Kaylin don't eat shit.
Well, he's the picky one.
Yeah. Oh my god, bitch! For like a nice chunk of his life, he was only eating like peanut butter and jelly and bacon, like, and not together, but like those are his two food groups. Like,
low key, I wonder how that would be together because that just seems.
It doesn't sound bad, does it?
You know what I've been wanting to try, and I just gotta go ahead and try it. Is somebody once tagged me in something because I think they had it. They talked about it, and I was like, and then it was on the timeline. I was like, some peanut butter and jelly, right?
Okay,
but like French toasted. So like,
I think I saw that.
Yeah, dip. So then I was thinking if you put bacon in that. I don't know that I'm gonna actually try that, but somebody try it at me. Okay, tell me how it went.
Tell her how it is, so she can live vicariously through you.
Right. I may. I don't know. I kind of want to try, not like, I'm gonna eat it every day, but just try some random stuff. Maybe I'll do a video about it, an episode. I don't know if I'm fit to be eating and cooking on here, but I have to figure that out. But maybe, maybe a TikTok. But
that Babysitter's Club movie had me putting banana slices in my peanut butter and jellies for a whole summer.
I don't think I ever tried that, but I'm not mad at that. That's not the worst at all. Yeah. So I will make them a breakfast casserole, and
that's dope.
Yep. And I told them, I said, we are breaking this generational curse
of niggas starving. Bitch, why is it like that? And then like niggas, and then like why is the estimated start time of dinner never accurate?
Ever.
It's like, give yourself a couple hours to compensate. Like niggas be like, it'll be ready at 2, and then at like 5:30.
To the point where, listen, one year, my mom was like, Thanksgiving is starting at, it probably was like 2. But we never start on time, and it's usually late. So she said that. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't even dressed. And she called me, and it was ready on time. And I was like, oh.
Like,
so I had to hurry up and get dressed and come over to eat, because And she just kind of laughed because I was like, I didn't really think you was going to be ready at 2. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know why everyone's like that. I'm the kind of and so, but here's the thing too. When I host Thanksgiving dinner, it's dinner. So like, we ate at 5. So that's probably why I'm like, we not finna be starving all day. Like that, because it's like I knew, because I wanted to actually be on time, and if I'm cooking everything, and I've actually gotten better and better and more efficient, because I didn't have to cook my first full Thanksgiving meal on my own. This is also how spoiled I am, because I may have to bring something, but like the whole meal, I was 30, and it's not because I couldn't cook, so let's just put that out there. But I was 36, I think, and the reason why I had to is because my mom actually abandoned us.
Wow.
And went to visit either my granny or my auntie, her sister. She went somewhere. Nope, she went to my auntie's house because I was calling, or maybe I don't know where she went, but she abandoned us. She wasn't here, so it doesn't matter where she was off living her best life, because she wasn't here with us. So I have kids, like everybody else went wherever else and did whatever. And my brother that's the closest to me in age, they didn't live here yet, but like I had kids, so it's like, okay, well, I'm about to do this. So I was calling my granny, like, and then I had to tell my granny, don't be telling me no, a little bit of this,
a pinch of,
a little bit of that. How many ounces, Granny? What is the measurements?
we be making fun of you for that shit. Because, like, we gonna need you to get into your ancestry and fucking know what the fuck a pinch is, bitch.
So I can do that when I'm making up stuff.
Okay.
But, like, if I'm trying to replicate what somebody else did, I need you to tell me a starting point at least, and then I'll go from there. So, like, the first time I made baked macaroni and cheese, I had it the way I had it, and then it's like I tweaked it, but at least I knew where to start to get it to how I wanted it to be. So it's kind of like, only when I'm first making something that's somebody else's recipe. Now, if it's me making it up, yeah, I do that. But if it's like, I want to make it how you make it, what did you do? Don't tell me a little, because a little to you and a little to me is not the same. And get the small can, woman.
Yeah.
And she really sent me talking about get the small can. Granny.
Get the small can. Get
how
the
many
small
ounces
whipping cream?
in
Like,
it?
come on now.
No, don't. It's not how that works.
The small one and the big one.
Right? No. The ancestors was not with me, but she told me, but she kind of laughed at me
because you really got her thinking right now. Like,
that's okay.
when she just been grabbing a small can for like 20-something years, 30-something years. Like,
yeah.
My first Thanksgiving cooking, like, solo, because I too am spoiled. Like, next week I'll go over and I'll help. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even got to do that next week.
I mean, I don't have to, but I just do because, like, it's not because my grandmother lost her sight, so like now it's all of it's on my sister. So she makes everything. So I go over there to go help her or whatever she hasn't prepped, or like one time I think I made the mac and cheese and I brought it over.
The one you didn't like, yeah.
It was not it's not that it was delicious. I was proud of myself. But
I'm just kidding.
But last year I made I stayed here for Thanksgiving because Josh's kids got to come and spend Thanksgiving with us. So I just kind of just wanted it to be like us and kind of like solo. And like his sister came and her kids came. So it was just like, more intimate. So I made Thanksgiving for the first time that time. So that was what, 34? I was 34. Yeah.
So yeah, we was like around the same age. Yep. I was. Yep, I was 36, and I was very proud of myself, and
very proud.
Like, I knew it would be good, and like some stuff I had made, like, so I'd made like parts of it. You know what I'm saying? Here and there. So it's not
like make the whole dinner was a big deal.
I get it. And that was when I learned I kind of needed to wake up a little earlier. You know what I mean?
Right,
I needed
right.
to do certain things a little bit differently. And so
Mm-hmm.
then the next time that I cooked it, I actually hosted the next time that I cooked the whole dinner. And so like my family came to my house. Again, I'm trying to think, where was my mom? Because I feel like she wasn't.
She abandoned you again?
I think that might have been the year they went to go visit my granny, and so I hosted for the people here. But yeah, like, you know, you got to learn. I feel like it's a rite of passage whenever you, as a Black woman, you know, or man too, you know, but just as a Black person, when you finally, two things, maybe three. One is when you cook your first entire Thanksgiving meal, because
it's like so much different than like an everyday night meal. Like,
and I say Black people because I'm not saying white people. I've been to, have I, or am I lying? I don't think it was on Thanksgiving, but it was like somebody I worked with had some sort of dinner for all of us or whatever. I mean, y'all do stuff, but y'all don't, like, y'all have one meat, you know, not turkey and ham. You know what I'm saying? Like, not, I don't know, it's just not the same. And so it's a rite of passage when you cook your first entire Thanksgiving meal. It is another rite of passage when you host your family members, because it's one thing to cook it. Like the first one, it was just me and my kids, and I had like 2 or 3 people that came over that like they didn't really have anywhere to go. So I'm like, well, I'm cooking, you can come over here. And I actually liked that, and they appreciated it, and they wanted to go plate. So that's how I knew I had did that. You know what I'm saying? Because Black people ain't taking no to go plates if your food wasn't bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so that they can relive it. So that's another rite of passage when you host it from your family. But the third rite of passage is when you make a dish. So like there was the year my granny and my auntie came in town and my mom hosted, but I cooked the baked mac and cheese and I got their approval.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
They'd be like, who made this?
Yes. That is another rite of passage when you get that elder's approval. Yes, I did that. Oh, you want the recipe? Yeah, because I tweaked it. It's not your recipe.
Yeah, it's
mine.
close, girl.
You know what I'm saying? You know
honorable mention, but
you was almost there. You was the foundation.
You was on my mind
when
I made it.
Yes,
right. You was on my mind.
Yes. So that's the third rite of passage, is when you get the approval of, you know, and so yes, this has been Black Card Revoked Part 3, the final part. Controversial food choices. This was a very emotional episode, if I'm honest.
Truly, for a second, guys, I didn't know if me and Tam were gonna make it out. You
know, there might not have been no more you episodes. You know what I'm saying? It might have been just me, not you.
She's about to send me a fucking informal
email. Dear Chris.
Dear Christian.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it definitely would have been Christian.
The whole thing.
Yes. Yeah, guys, this has been such a fun series, though. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Again, as I said earlier, if you want to discuss banana pudding, at me, you know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it. They go in.
I have I'm ready for all the smoke, because, as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make that the promo clip. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I think on that, if I remember, that's what I'm gonna do. I got to, because I don't beef over, you know, music, all that other stuff, but food. If you know me, and if you was paying attention to the candy corn war with me and Penrose, come on now, this is what I do. So I'm ready. I'm here for it. Yes. So this has been really fun, though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope in our lighthearted way, because I'm being super lighthearted, but at the end of the day, I hope the takeaway for everybody is that Black people don't only do certain things. Black people don't only eat certain things and listen, watch, whatever. We are allowed to have a diverse set of interests and all that good stuff. We are allowed to do whatever we want to do. And when we decide to do whatever it is we want to do in our black skin, we're not acting white. We are just a black person doing whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Ourselves.
Yeah, we're just being ourselves, and that should be okay. You know what I'm saying? It should be celebrated. If it's something you don't enjoy, cool. You don't have to like everything people do, but don't try to label somebody as acting white because they have different interests than you, because that is very ignorant, and that was the whole point of this series. So, Khris, her stuff is in the episode notes. I'm not even going to make her do it at this point because she literally does it like every week, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah, you know, sharing as a friends, all docked up, candy bartending.
All that's in the episode notes. Let's see. Do I have any announcements?
Friday.
By the time this airs,
no.
You will have missed podcast happy hour, so it will be in the episode notes. If you missed the spoken word night, I'll put that in there as well, just because that was such a...
You guys got to see that if y'all haven't.
Such a dope night. Like, and it's crazy because normally I'll at least have an outline or, you know, just so I don't forget. I didn't have anything except my two pieces. And that one thing I did in the middle, that was just me talking. Like we all had poetry, but then we discussed different things. I love when Khris said it was like artist unplugged, which I shared that feedback with them. They both like that because it's kind of like I didn't really have a structure for the night. I just kind of let whatever happen. And those are usually the best, I feel like, shows or the best events or whatever. That's why Podcast Happy Hour is so dope, because we just kind of do what we do and whatever happens, happens.
Right.
That was that one time when Audrey said she was going to quit. I was thinking about that because I was hosting the last time. That was supposed to be our birthday. Yeah. That was supposed to be our birthday celebration one, because mine, your, and Jay's birthdays are all in June. And that's when niggas want to try to quit the group and try to go all David Ruffin. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
and she made up a new name and everything, nigga.
She did. So good times, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Who knows what I'll be talking about next week? Probably maybe I'll get back to my life and how I'm trying to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who knows though? If the spirit moves and brings me another series, you know what I'm saying?
The spirit be having to move.
It's gonna be whatever. You know, the spirit. Like, real talk though, I was literally driving on my way back from Lincoln, which is about a 45-minute drive. Listening to Jay's episode, and she said something like, what'd she say? She said people will probably say that your black card should be taken if you haven't seen The Last Dragon. And that's what sparked this whole thing, because I just started thinking of how often you see that online where, oh, take your black card. You gonna take my black skin? Because if my skin is still black, to outsiders, I'm always black. I don't care how not black enough you think I am, but what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Right. Didn't want to make this a super deep topic because it's way deeper than just the three things that but I just, in a lighthearted way, wanted to be like, just be yourself. It's okay. Whatever your interests are, it's okay. If you like heavy metal music, if you like I'm trying to think of if you're into goth. I remember when I was in high school, there was this one black girl who was like a black goth girl. And it was actually pretty dope. Like, her outfits and how she'd coordinate her stuff and stuff. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? And she was super sweet. I had different classes with her. So it's like, we gotta stop with the stereotypes and the judgments and all that stuff. Like, just let people be. Now, if they out here killing folks and doing all this crazy stuff, okay, yeah, that's the issue. But if people are just not bothering you and they're just having their own interest,
trying to identify themselves,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them do them. I have 3 kids, and more importantly, I have 2 daughters. And the reason why I say that is I have 2 daughters who are completely different personalities, interests, whatever. My son, of course, that's going to be different because he's a man. And each child is different, and who they are is who they are. You know what I'm saying? And what I love about my son is he and I are very similar, and he likes all kinds of different types of music because we've talked about this before. And so it's better to celebrate that, especially when people are trying to figure out who they are. Now, imagine if I was like, man, niggas don't listen to that. Well, you need to put this Chief Keef in, or I don't know.
I'm from Chicago. Like,
I don't even listen to him. It's just the first person that popped in my head. But you know what I'm saying? Imagine
I spent many of my mornings listening to Britney Spears and NSYNC, so I have no shame in that. Like,
I have none either for any of my. Like, I love it. It's what speaks to me. It's what I relate to, or it moves me, or I feel it, or whatever. But imagine if...
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, and I'm gonna let you get back to it in just a second. But NSYNC got one of the best Christmas fucking albums ever. And don't listen to me on it. When you put your fucking Christmas tree up, put it on and see if y'all be feeling it. Like, I'm trying to tell you. One of the best Christmas albums, and I will stand on that, and I'm gonna put that on my fucking gravestone, nigga. Like,
that's what you're gonna put on your
at the bottom, like super small, but I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna let you finish. But NSYNC had one of the best Christmas albums. Like,
I'm gonna have to check it out because I do like to listen to Christmas music when I'm putting my Christmas stuff up. Because as you see, I gotta, it has to be a whole vibe. And I've been really into the pentatonics, which is like this.
Oh, that acapella.
Yeah, I've been really into them. Kind more so their earlier albums. I wasn't as much a fan, I feel like, of the album that came out last year. Like, it was all right, but yeah, I'll listen to that. But whatever I could add to it, because I just be in the mood. I haven't listened to it yet. I do wait until after Thanksgiving because I just think when you do it too early. No, because when I do it too early, I get tired of it. Like, so then by the time New Year's Day comes, I'm like, okay, let's move on. And people still be on it.
I've already listened to the Ariana Grande EP, Christmas and Chill. Like, also super great. I love it.
Okay, that's...
That instrumental that we used for Podcast Happy Hour in December was from the album.
But we did that in December, see? December.
But that's because y'all wouldn't let me do it anytime before.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's a time for everything, but it teaches.
But no time for hot sauce. I got you. Cool.
No. Well, yeah, there's a time for that in my spaghetti.
As a hidden ingredient.
Well, no, because there's it's there. Yeah, there's like a pop, and that's why I add it, because I mean, spaghetti sauce, even if I buy like Prego or whatever, I always add, because
you have to.
Yeah, they don't know.
You literally can't just use they don't at all. Like, thank you for the mashed tomatoes. I got it from here.
That part. So, it is an ingredient. And it's so funny because my kids will, make it. So, like, when Kayliana makes spaghetti, she puts that in, of course. But she'll put more than I would put because she likes hot sauce. So then I gotta add some sugar to kind of tone it down. You know what I'm saying? Which, hey, at me on that, because I know there's lots of controversy on if.
Are we gonna get into this? Because if you are a real fucking cook, okay, you know that sugar cuts down acidity. You do not put. I do not personally. I put brown sugar in my pasta sauce when I'm making my pasta sauce, not to make it sweet because my spaghetti don't be sweet. But it is to cut down the acidity so a nigga who is 35 don't get fucking heartburn, because that's clearly a thing for my old ass now. So like I have to so I do that to tone down the soup, all the acid in the pasta sauce, which is good for the digestion and all that for you. So you're welcome. And if anybody is putting sugar in their fucking spaghetti sauce to make it sweet, that is your problem, and you are the reason why this conversation even has to happen. You don't put it in there to be sweet. Tomatoes,
like you're not trying to be sweet. Yeah, you're not making Kool-Aid or
sweet tea.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like as I said, I will add sugar to tone down when she puts too much hot sauce. So it's kind of like, yes, I add it, but I'm not putting a whole cup of sugar because I want some sweet spaghetti. That sounds disgusting. You know what I mean? But you know, when you don't understand how ingredients work, like I literally hate this
conversation because that all it shows to me is just tell me you don't know how food works.
Because if you don't understand that salt, the purpose of salt is to bring out the taste of whatever it is that you're cooking.
And not to salt it.
Yeah. So then why I bring that up is because when I eat my fruit, I've gotten into making this kind of like, not a dressing, but kind of that has lime juice, salt, cayenne pepper, and mix it up, and not a ton. And I'll put it on my fruit. Yes, I put salt, and I just like sprinkle it to taste because you know I don't feel like making a thing to keep, so I'll just sprinkle some salt on my fruit. But if you don't understand the purpose of seasonings, you're gonna be like, "Why the hell are you putting salt on your fruit?" I just told you why, because it brings out the flavor of whatever it is that you're eating.
Somebody in my family used to put salt on watermelon. I never did, but I know people who have done that.
Yeah, which it makes
sense. It's the same thing like people put like Tajin and shit, or whatever, however you say that shit on your like mango and if your melons and stuff. Like,
it's kind of like, so this has been again the third part. No. We needed to have those conversations because really sugar on my spaghetti should have been on my list, but I forgot. You know what I'm saying? That should have been on my list. Also, when I eat grits, because I don't eat them often, and then I'm about to end this broadcast.
And anytime somebody bring up grits, you know what I'm gonna say. When we're in Georgia, we gotta try to make the trip down to fucking Silver Skillet in Georgia. They have the greatest grits I've ever tasted in my whole fucking life.
I put sugar in my grits, and I will stand on that. Again, you can at me.
I'm a flip-flopper.
I don't do cheese. I don't do salt and pepper. I've had it. So I've had both. It's not nasty the other way, but it is my preference. Ladies and gentlemen in the Podiverse, the Twitterverse, if you go at me, it is my preference to have sugar in my grits. Period.
Yes, it's a thing. People do it.
Like, I said what I said. I don't understand why it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So this has been that's some bonus footage for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I might put both of those as the promo clips.
You need to mush them together.
Mesh things together from different parts.
I think
I'm gonna do that because I want y'all to at me, and I'm gonna put this on there too. If I remember all this, but I want y'all to at me. You know what I'm saying? At me, at Tamara, TAMARA. Every other letter is an A. _the_ Dawn on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you're feeling TikToky. Good times. So, guys, thank you so much if you're still here for tuning in. Let us know some of your controversial food choices. I love the interaction I've gotten so far with these episodes. And this is all that I have for y'all. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gents, this concludes transmission. Tune in next time for a whole new edition. Another adventure and mission to share, be heard, and clarify the vision of this whole new world for